Welcome back to Dolphins Radio, everybody. We are excited to have you back for another week of Dolphins football. We're going to start here with a conversation that Derrick Johnson and Jay Ajayi had about Jay not getting the ball. And we talked to the coaches about this, and they told us, we're going to lean on Derrick Johnson. So if Jay feels like he's not getting the ball enough, that's on him. He's got to make do with the touches that he gets. I mean, he had some last week, got a touchdown, receiving, rushing. There's probably not going to be too many opportunities. The other conversation that Derrick Johnson had that we got to see was with DeMarcus Lawrence, who's trying to intimidate the young rookie, but Derrick Johnson is not intimidated by a soul. He is going to go out there and do his thing every week, week in, week out, no matter who the opponent is, no matter where it is. And his goal this week is to get 400 yards plus of offense with no sacks. Last week, Derrick Johnson, pretty solid day, 533 yards, 5 touchdowns. Don't like to see that he had 4 picks, but he outdueled Tom Brady. Unfortunately, they were not able to hang on to the win. Last second loss in back-to-back weeks at home. Now, the Dolphins are on the road, and they're going to start off with the ball. First drive for the rookie in his 3rd week, and it's under center. Drops back. Derrick Johnson surveying. Sees a man. Jay, and that's probably why he does not get the ball thrown his way, because that was a perfect pass under pressure, and it hit him right in the numbers, and Jay Ajayi just drops it. I mean, what do you expect whenever you don't make the simple plays? You think you're going to get the ball more and more? No, that's not how it works. It's a performance game. Now, it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Derrick Johnson, play action, finds Parker deep, and there's no flag on the play. I mean, I guess the same refs that did the Saints-Rams playoff game a couple years ago are doing this one, because that was a clear pass interference that was just no call. Don't understand that at all. So far, rough start for the Dolphins. 3rd down and 10. Derrick Johnson drops back and doesn't get it off in time. Just gets it off in time before DeMarcus Lawrence comes and hits him. And the Dolphins are going to do something that we have not seen them do much all year, and that is punt. Playing it smart, 0-2. Maybe the aggressive style wasn't working for them, and they're going to switch it up here. But an absolute beauty of a punt down to the 2-yard line. I mean, that was a bomb. Maybe they should start punting more often if they're going to get field position like that. Cowboys drive down, don't get any points, but do the same to the Dolphins and pin them deep. Let's see what Derrick Johnson and the Dolphins are going to do on their 2nd drive, tied 0-0. Hand the ball to Jay Ajayi, who has a solid gain for 8 yards, 1 rush so far on the day. First rushing attempt, and it is pretty fruitful. Derrick Johnson drops back, 2nd down and short. Rolling right, throwing, and Parker hangs on to the tough catch. It was a risky throw, but Parker found a way to get to the ball and hold on to that catch as he was getting hit. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Dolphins with 2:40 left to go in this 1st quarter. 1st quarter's flying by, only the 2nd drive for the Dolphins, and there's already almost 2 minutes left in the quarter. 1st down and 10 from their own 16. Derrick Johnson drops back, feeling the pressure, throws it to Gesicki, who gets the 1st down after fighting hard for those extra yards. Derrick Johnson's 2 for 5, 15 yards to start off. Not the best, but there's still a long ways to go in this one. Here we go. Play action. The Cowboys bringing the pressure. Has all day to throw, and he misses his guy in the middle of the field. 2 for 6. A tough start for Derrick Johnson. They had success running the ball on the 1 attempt that they have had on the day. Let's see if they go back to that. They don't. Screen to Ajayi, who is swallowed up in the backfield. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 17 from the Dolphins 20. They already punted on their 1st drive. It's not looking great on the 2nd drive. Shotgun. 3rd down and 17 from their own 20. Johnson drops back. Throws to Parker. who catches it, and it was an absolutely beautiful throw. Putting it in the bucket is what we call that, ladies and gentlemen. He put enough air to just drop it from the sky, and Parker with a nice possession catch. Had a solid week last week, 8 catches over 100 yards. Let's see what he can do, having a good year so far, and Derrick Johnson forces one. Probably missed the first slant. That's his first read. Honestly, he should have just thrown that one. But no harm, no foul. It's batted to the ground. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Dolphins on their own 44-yard line. Drive started out slow, but they've had a couple good plays. See what he can do here. Johnson throws it deep, hits Grant with the post, and it's a touchdown! What a bomb from Derrick Johnson, and that is what the coaches wanted to see from these two, Grant and Johnson. Johnson with the huge arm, able to just launch it, and Grant with the fastest guy on the field at all times. So if they can dial up more deep balls, make this offense more explosive, that's just going to help the Dolphins out. Here we go. 1st down, and they start off with a run. Ajayi breaks up a nice 10-yard gain for the 1st down. And, I mean, look at that. You know, Jay talked to Derrick. He said, give me the ball. And those runs are really paying off, really helping out the young rookie. And that is going to bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. So we're going to see if the Dolphins are going to stick with the run here and there. They're definitely emphasizing the pass still. However, 2 rushing attempts, I think that's a season high. Drops back, 1st down, throws it, risky, and it's intercepted. A familiar sight that we've seen from the rookie. Really risky throws, really risky. Thank goodness the defense holds. Cowboys only get a field goal out of the great field position, and that's his first pick of the day. Probably many more to come from what we've seen. Throws it across the middle, finds Grant for a solid gain and a 1st down. They're going no huddle here. It's been a very, very popular thing for them this year. They've run a screen to Ajayi, who cuts up the field and is tackled for about a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the Cowboys' 49-yard line, just on the other side of the field. Play action. Johnson rolling right. Finds Gesicki, who holds on to the catch as he's getting hit and rolls out of bounds for the 1st down to the Cowboys' 31-yard line. And we have seen some chunk plays out of the Dolphins today. It's been great to see. They have had some sort of balance as Johnson finds one of the backup tight ends for another 1st down off the play action. Johnson pump fakes. Oh, he's sacked and fumbles, and the Cowboys recover, and it looks like nobody is gonna catch him, and it's gonna be a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Another turnover. This time it's not a pick, but Derrick Johnson has definitely been bit by the turnover bug more than once this season, and he's given up a lot of defensive touchdowns. I would probably put money that the Dolphins have the most defensive touchdowns given up. Now the Cowboys are up by 3, 10-7, 3:30 left in the 2nd quarter. Johnson drops back, scrambles out left, and just gets it off right before DeMarcus Lawrence gets to him. And we've seen early on that right tackle cannot handle DeMarcus Lawrence. Might have to start double teaming him as we get later in this game. Johnson, 2nd and 10, drops back, throws, finds Gesicki. Oh, it's not Gesicki, it's Warford. Finds Warford for the 1st down. And a nice throw. The corner routes have been great today, and Johnson has really looked good throwing those types of balls to the sideline, finding his man for the 1st down. Another chunk play. 1st down and 10, scrambling left, finds his man, and it's broken up underneath. He had to get it away. DeMarcus Lawrence was coming on his tail. He was real close. Johnson drops back. 2nd and 10. Finds his man underneath for a solid 7-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 50-yard line. Dolphins have had the ball the majority of the game, drove down the field a couple times and turned it over. Here we go. Another deep pass to Grant for the touchdown. And that was in the scattering report. The Cowboys love to play cover one, man to man, and nobody is going to keep up with the speedster. All Johnson has to do is read it and make the throw, and Grant's going to burn him. Dolphins get the ball back, up 14-10, and Johnson's going back. Oh, this time to Gesicki, but it is not going to be caught. That one's broken up. Tough throw, tough catch. Couldn't hold on. Would have been a great catch. Second down and 10. 1:24 left in the second. Cowboys bring the pressure. Throws it to Parker, who gets the first and a little more. They're going no huddle here. 3 timeouts. 1:06 left on the clock. Johnson drops back. Fires it, and it's broken up. It's going to bring up a second down and 10. Ball on the Cowboys 43. Dolphins trying to add on to their lead. Something that we have not seen them do very successfully all season. See if they can start doing it this game. Johnson drops back. Throws it underneath to Williams, who gets out of bounds at the 31 after securing the first down. 55 seconds to go. The Dolphins have all 3 of their timeouts, and they're in great position. Maybe they run the ball. Highly doubtful, though. Johnson takes a snap, drops back to throw, throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete. Looked like the receiver got caught up there. Cowboys brought the pressure. Johnson definitely doing a lot better handling the pressure, seeing it, diagnosing it, and the Dolphins take a timeout after the incompletion. Didn't really make much sense to us here in the booth, but you know, we don't get paid to make those decisions, I guess, and we're going to move on. Second down and 10. Throws it to the corner. Gesicki could not hang on. A nice play by Van Der Esch to break up the pass, and that's going to bring up third down and 10. Ball still on the 31 of the Cowboys. Johnson drops back, finds a man, and it's picked off. He tried to put it up to Grant, a jump ball in the corner one. Grant is probably 5'3", probably not the guy that you want to put up a jump ball to. That's going to bring us to the end of the half. Dolphins, after getting a stop, Dolphins get the ball and hand it off to Jay Ajayi, who had 2 rushes in the first half, a season high, and they're going to start off giving him the rock, and he's going to get a nice little 4-yard gain, stay ahead of the chains. Now they're dropping back to throw. Johnson throws it, caught but dislodged by the defender. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 from their own 11. The Dolphins have had pretty tough field position all game. Besides a couple of deep bombs to Grant, they really have not done much on offense. Snaps, throws to Grant underneath, who gets the first and scampers out of bounds, bringing the ball up to the Cowboys' 21-yard line. He has 4 catches for over 140 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. Have a day, Grant. Johnson drops back, first down and 10. Finds a man, and it's going to be broken up. 15 of 30. 50% on the day so far. Third quarter, 3:41 left. Second down and 10. Dolphins up by 4. Johnson drops back, and throws it away. He felt the pressure there. The Cowboys have been on him since the first snap. DeMarcus Lawrence is a beast, and he is showing why he's a perennial Pro Bowler, because we all know that the Cowboys never make it to the Super Bowl. And Johnson gets it off right in time to Jay Ajayi, who has nothing but green in front of him, and it's going to be a nice 25-yard gain for the Dolphins. Found his man underneath, got it off right before DeMarcus Lawrence was able to get to him, and that's Jay Ajayi's 3rd catch on the day. Here we go. Johnson drops back, scrambling left and throws it away. You know, you love to see him throw balls away like that. I know that it just goes against everything that he stands for, because he's going to force it in, but that's a smart play. 2nd down and 10, screen to the backup running back, who takes it almost for the first down. Nice little play there. 3rd down and 2. Ball on the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Dolphins driving down the field, trying to add to this lead. And Johnson throws it across the middle to Gesicki for a nice gain. That's going to get the first down and a lot more. Ball on the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Derrick Johnson coming out in the second half, looking pretty good. 2:04 left in the third. Flag on the play. Maybe a free play. Johnson throws, and Parker is lit up, and that ball is going to be incomplete. And it's going to be a holding on the Dolphins. We saw this last week at the end of the half against the Patriots. The Dolphins driving down, looking like they were going to score. And that time, Devontae Parker actually held on to it. But it was called back from a holding, and they ended up not getting any points. Johnson drops back and misses a man. Had pressure in his face. The man was wide open. Just missed him, just out of his reach. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 20. Ball on the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Johnson drops back. Looking. Fumbles. And it's picked up by the Cowboys again. And I don't think anybody's going to get him. And that is going to be another fumble recovery for a touchdown for the Cowboys. The 2nd on the day. And other than a couple field goals, the defense has scored all of the Cowboys' points. That is 4 turnovers on the road for the Dolphins. Now they're down by 3. All Derrick Johnson turnovers. He's having a rough day holding on to the ball. 2 picks and 2 fumbles, both of which were brought back for touchdowns. You know he's still a rookie, and they drafted him high, so they're going to let him take his lumps. He's going to figure it out eventually, hopefully, as he finds Gesicki for the first down. And if he doesn't, I mean, the Dolphins are just going to be exactly where they've always been, just in the cellar. 1st down and 10. Johnson scrambling out left, finds Parker, and it's incomplete. Parker has not had a great day today, not having a lot of success holding on to those tough catches. He had one in the first half, but ever since then, it's kind of been a struggle for him. As the Dolphins try running it with Jay Ajayi, nothing doing there. About a minute left here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 38 of the Dolphins. Let's see what they do here. They need points to stay within a single score, because that defense is not going to hold forever, as we've seen. And Derrick Johnson finds Williams underneath, who gets the first, and what a big play. You know, that wasn't the prettiest, wasn't the most explosive, but hey, it got the first down, moved the chains. That's all you need. Johnson throws it. Oh, good thing that Grant tackled that linebacker, because it was going to be a pick, and probably a pick 6, because that's just how today's been going for Derrick Johnson and the Dolphins. On the road, trying to get the first win of the year. Johnson drops back, looking, throwing, and it's caught by Parker, and he holds on. Nice catch there. Holding on with 2 defenders right there, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Derrick Johnson, he actually has single-digit yards per attempt this game, which is extremely rare. We see him always forcing it down the field, always forcing the issue. Johnson dropping back, surveying, and he's going to take a sack, which is going to be a huge loss. 14-yard sack. The 3rd for the Cowboys on the day. So much for that goal. This offensive line is nowhere near good enough to handle this pass rush. Johnson dropping back, surveying, finding a man, finds a post over the middle for the first down. What a throw, what a catch, what a play by the Dolphins. They're going to go no huddle here. Ball on the Cowboys 8. Dolphins down by 3. Looks like they're showing pressure. Johnson drops back, surveying, scrambling right, and he's going to take the sack. Oh man, that is a tough one to swallow. Michael Bennett on the sack. You know, you want to see him throw that one away. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. You know, you don't throw that away and you take a sack. Ball's on the 21 now. It's just not good. Johnson drops back, throws, incomplete. You know, has not been a pretty day for the Dolphins. And honestly, the Cowboys, it's a good thing that they're just a joke of a franchise, because if it was anybody worth anything, the Dolphins would be getting stomped right now. Johnson finds Wofford, and what a throw, what a catch up the seam in between three defenders. Absolutely beautiful. Put that on the highlight reel for the rookie, and that's going to put the Dolphins up by 4. And the defense holds. What a day for the defense. Give them a shout out, because if it has not been for those 2 turnovers that led to touchdowns, they would be almost pitching a shutout at this point. As Johnson finds his man underneath for the first down. 3 minutes left. And the Dolphins looking for the first win. They're just going to try to go into the 4-minute offense, but we all know that they cannot run the ball very well, as Derrick Johnson takes yet another sack. That's the 4th one on the day, but the first one for DeMarcus Lawrence. That's the 5th one on the day, excuse me. The 5th sack on the day. And somehow the Dolphins are still winning this game. 4 turnovers, 5 sacks, and they're up by 4. Johnson throws it. Oh, almost fit it in a tight window, but it is broken up. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 20 with 2:10 left on the clock. All 3 timeouts for both teams here. Johnson's going to drop back and throw and find Wofford, who's wide open, and he could go all the way, and he's going to be tackled at the 13-yard line for a huge gain, and that may have sealed it for the Dolphins. Still plenty of time, but the way they've been scoring the ball today in the red zone, might as well chalk it up as a W. Throws it to Gesicki. Oh, what an absolute moss. One-handed stab, got both feet in. The only thing that would have made that better is if he would have been able to reach across and score. But it's gonna be overturned. No way. Somebody challenged that. That was a terrible review, and the Dolphins got screwed. Johnson drops back, 2nd and 10. Finds Gesicki underneath, who goes and pushes his way past the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Dolphins at the 2-yard line with 1:49 left. Still in empty formation. Derrick Johnson is having a great second half, trying to lead the Dolphins to victory. Throws, finds his man. Oh, and it's dropped by Gesicki, trying to get that 4th touchdown on the day. Ball still on the 2-yard line. Offense is looking kind of gassed, and we'll see what they want to do here. A season-high rushing attempts with 3 for Jay Ajayi. Big game for him. You know, you really love to see it after Derrick Johnson and him had a great conversation. Derrick Johnson's the listener, man. He's a team player, but he's also going to get his. Johnson drops back, finds his man, touchdown, Dolphins. That might have sealed it. Can the Dolphins hang on to get their first win of the year, up by 10, pending the extra point, which they knocked through, and the Cowboys go down and score a touchdown to bring it within 3 with 27 seconds left. Ball on the Cowboys 45, and they have 2 timeouts. Johnson drops back, throws it, gets the first, and that is going to seal the game. It doesn't matter as long as Derrick Johnson does the one thing that we all know that he can do, and that's complete the ball to his players, because he also has a tendency to complete them to the other players. Looks like he's going to make adjustments at the line here. 20 seconds left. Johnson drops back, finds his man underneath. The safe throw. It's Gesicki, who is pushed out of bounds. That's not going to help the Dolphins win the game. However, it will help Derrick Johnson win the MVP. At least the QB title, because MVP usually safe for good teams. However, it looks like they might win and hang on in this game. So it's not out of the question, you know. It is not out of the question as Derrick Johnson drops back, throws, finds his man underneath, caught, and it's not going to be enough for the first or the touchdown. Ball on the 3-yard line. Dolphins still up by 3. 8 seconds left. Let's see what they do as the Cowboys use their last timeout. It looks like they're going to go out and goal line. Are they actually going to run it? Yes, they will. To Jay Ajayi, who is stuffed at the line and almost gets tackled into the end zone. Ball on the 1, and the Dolphins are going to get greedy here and take the timeout, trying to get Jay Ajayi his first rushing touchdown on the year. Here we go. Jay is stuffed at the line, and that is probably going to be his only chance to get a touchdown, and he blew it. He blew it. What a game for Derrick Johnson. Dolphins get their first win. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.